The Dodgers pulled off the absolute perfect move, and it is paying off, and it showed. It showed last night. What am I talking about? What are you talking about, Brad J? Well, I'll get right into that story more. But hey, listen, we are trying to get to 8,000 here at Dodger Digest. Tell you what, we're so close. Subscribe, like, turn on the notifications, and let your friends know that they can catch all their Dodger info. Mike Nelson and myself breaking it down. All right, what am I talking about? The Dodgers pulled off the perfect move. What kind of a perfect move did the Dodgers pull off? Well, actually, that perfect move was May 29th, but it showed and it's reared its head last night, and the Dodgers come from behind victory with Will Smith's RBI late in the game. But the key was the pitching that went down. Let's talk about that. Alex Diaz shoves the Red fans' boos in their face. They should have never traded for him. They traded a minor league guy for a guy who's 28 who was once an all-star. If he was 35 and he was once an all-star, I get that. But the dude's 28, right? How sweet is it to ruin the night of opposing fans, especially when those fans hate you so much? This is out of Dodgers way. It's a little weird that the Reds fans dislike Diaz as much as they do, given he made an all-star team while he was with the Reds. And his biggest crime was regressing. It isn't like he begged his way out of town, said, I want more money, I'm out of here, I'm not going to do this, and it cost him a World Series. None of that. That shows you that Reds fans are not very smart when it comes down to it, right? Nevertheless, this is a world we live in, and Diaz won the day. While not overpowering performance with his raw stuff, he was on full display. Diaz gave the Dodgers 1 1/3 clean innings, which allowed LA to get Alex Vesia, who's pretty much our lock now. Talk about the guy who's kind of emerged as a closer for us. Alex Vesia has been that guy. Did it in the ninth to lock the game up, but he came out to booze. And sometimes it's not easy to do that. And what did Dave Roberts say about the whole thing? Well, Roberts says, I think that was personal. You think? You're with the team. Let's just do the math here. You're with the team, and you've made the all-star team with that team, and you've been good with that team. You put up good numbers with that team. And then you come out for the first time, and they boo you, and it really wasn't the choice. Your team elected to let you be traded for a minor league pitcher. So it was good to see the stuff, the fastball, the slider, and all that stuff was big. I think a lot of adrenaline coming back to place, being welcomed by boos, I think was a little bit more motivation. Once again, do you think it was? Because I got to think it was too as well. You got to think the boos definitely played into it. And you're a guy that gets traded, and you're literally, your team is willing to give you up for just a minor league pitcher. And you were an all-star a couple years earlier than that. 2 years earlier. He had 2 seasons, a 2.47 ERA, 47 saves, 169 strikeouts, and 130 appearances, right? And you let him go because he has an off year. So that, to me, the Dodgers pulled off the perfect move when they did that. And it's paying off now. And when I brought this move up months ago, people are, that guy's not doing anything. Look, you're going to see Alex Diaz. He's going to be representing Dodgers in a big way coming up in the postseason. All right. Let's talk Ohtani. Ohtani taking the mound after a 4K night, going 0 for 5. Is it me, or does he just look confused? How many of those curveballs in the dirt did he swing at? You don't have 4K nights unless something's really going wrong. So, can Ohtani get back on? Here's the deal. I think with Ohtani pitching, I think that's going to help him out. I think by Ohtani pitching tonight and hitting, because look at what was one of the last games he had done that, pitched and hit the same game, had a couple strikeouts and hit a home run in the same game that he's pitching. So he's already proven that doesn't affect it. Maybe it helps it. Have we ever looked at that? We're so eager to talk about Ohtani doing both, and maybe that will give him problems. He wasn't doing both last night when he went 0 for 5. So maybe it's redemption time. He's going against Nick Martinez. The last 3 appearances, that's what those totals reflect. The 1.13 ERA out of Shohei. and the 3.52 ERA from Martinez. Hits allowed 15 on Nick, 6 for Show, 13 strikeouts for Nick Martinez. So he does strike out dudes, and 10 for Show, and 5 walks for Martinez. So the Dodgers got to be patient. The Dodgers literally have to be patient, especially when you know the guy can give up some walks. All right? He can give up some walks. He can give up some hits. So Shohei's got to keep them in the game. All right? And then one thing you got to look at, the Dodgers bullpen has been 24th, right? So 24th ranked. Their bullpen, high 4s on the ERA. So what is the bullpen looking like for tonight? There you go. Right there. The white is who pitched yesterday, and the blue is pitched last 3 days. So Dodgers using, 5 yesterday with Casparius, Diaz, Bandit, Dreyer, and Vesia. Well, look what you got left now. You don't want to be putting Robleski in there. Maybe you do a little bit. But, I mean, look, if you can go back to Diaz again to pour salt in the wounds again tonight, I think that's a good idea. I think that thing is shaping up to be awesome is what I think. All right. What are the Reds looking at? The Reds bullpen. There you go. That's what it's last 3 days. Pitched yesterday. They used 4. They got a few fresh arms right there. They got 3 lefties ready to go. So we'll see how that plays out, and that's how they're looking at it right now. All right. So this story. Brad Stradamus has been saying this thing for months. For absolute months. You can go back and check the receipts from like 3 months ago. I'm saying the same thing. I don't see the news channels catching on to it until finally today, the first time I see the news channel catching on. And what am I talking about? What are you yapping about, Mr. Yapster? Here it is. Inserting Will Smith at third and top prospect Dalton Rushing behind the plate is the solution to the Dodgers' Max Muncy woes. Okay. Well, Max Muncy is going to be back, I think. What are they saying? Next weekend he is back? Or he's actually right after the weekend when Dodgers face St. Louis at home, Muncy will be back. But besides all that being said, the Dodgers agreed to a 10-year, $140 million extension with Will Smith. They did it last March. He's going to have to move out from behind the plate. If you need the guy to last, look at his contribution. Look at his contribution last night, right? End of the game, the RBI, gets the Dodgers the win. I mean, you're going to have to move him. And how many more years does Max have? I don't see – okay, if Max is on the team next year, I could see that. But I don't see Max on the team by 27. And I think by next year, you start getting him reps at third base. You start giving Will the opportunity. And you have Dalton Rushing be your catcher. And then you have a backup, Fiducia or whoever is going to be your backup down the road. But I think that – and you know as well, catchers take a lot of abuse throughout the season. So if you're a catcher for the Dodgers and you are counted on as much as Will the Thrill Smith is counted on, well, you're going to need him to be playing an infield position and not be a catcher his whole entire 10 years. That's going to beat him up, and I think you're going to need that bat in the long run. So I've said this. This is what I said. He's got so much experience at third base. He played it so much back in the day that it would not be hard for Will Smith to move to third base. And maybe that's the thing. You transition Muncy out by next year. Will Smith moves in. He gets some reps at third. Dalton gets more playing time, and the world is a better place. So there you go. I've been saying it for years, so that's what I've been talking about. All right, big game tonight. The sweep is going to happen. Once again, just to let everyone know, I did predict the sweep before the series started between them, and I said I'd drink coffee out of my old Vans shoe if the Dodgers don't sweep. So look for the Dodgers to sweep and seal the deal against the Cincinnati Reds. I'm Brad J. Dodgers Digest in the books. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We are almost at that 8,000 mark, and we're trying to get there, and we need your help. So join us. All right, as you go through the day or you go through the evening time, always remember to just think Dodger Blue, and let's go Dodgers.